So this question is coming from May June 15, paper 3 variant 1, and this is the fifth question of the paper. In both the parts you can see we are dealing with trigonometric identities. Now there is no direct way to integrate 10 squared 2x or this particular format if you look into your integration roadmap. But then if you look into the section over here, let me highlight it. If you look into this section, I have mentioned when nothing is working with respect to trigonometry, think about using the identities to simplify it first and convert it into the format, which is something that you can recognize to integrate. Now, with respect to 10 squared 2x, what is the thing that comes to your mind? That is something that you know how to integrate. I know that there is a relationship between the 10 square and the sec square. And then I know the integration of sec square is 10x. So because I know this kind of relationship exists, I can convert the 10 square 2x into the sec square 2x and then integrate this further. But now let's say if you are someone who just uses MF19 to integrate, you will never be able to derive this kind of a relationship. And that is why to derive something like this, don't be dependent on MF19. Just try to do a lot of practice so that all this kind of formula stays in your head forever. Forever or at least until you stop practicing. So I'm going to utilize that kind of a formula. And let's say if I want to derive the formula that how I know that 1 plus 10 square x is equal to sec square x. How do I know this formula? Even you can derive it on the spot if you have learned this during your uh, during your coaching. So let's say I know that sin square plus cos square is equal to 1. I need to make a sec. It means I need to divide both the side with cos square. So on the left side, on the right side is going to become sec square. Over here, sin square by cos square is 10 square. Cos square by cos square is 1. That is how I got relationship that the 10 square plus 1 is equal to sec square x. So yeah, let us utilize this information and solve for part A. And for part B, I'm going to simply utilize the formula of sine of A plus B and then expand and then simplify. Cut this sin x or maybe convert it into a different form in which I know how to integrate. So starting with part A, integration of 4 plus 10 square 2x can be written as integration of 4 plus 1 plus 10 square was equal to sec square. So if I want to make 10 square the subject, it will become sec square minus 1. Okay. So I can write sec square minus 1 over here. Sec square 2x minus 1 and then it is dx. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So 3 plus sec square 2x is what we are supposed to integrate over here. The integration of 3 is simply 3x. Integration of sec square 2x is going to become 10 of 2x. But then because of the reverse chain rule, you need to take the derivative of 2x and divide it by 2. And of course, don't forget the integration constant because the limits were not present. So you can conclude your answer over here. Let me just change the color. It will be integration of 4 plus 10 square 2x dx is equal to this. And then you can just put some kind of a marker to identify that, okay, yeah, this is my final solution over here. Now for part B, let's see how we can solve that. I know that sine of A plus B is equal to sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Now I can use the value of A as x and B as pi by 6. So I can say that sine of x plus pi by 6 is sine x cos pi by 6 plus cos x sine pi by 6. Pi by 6 is nothing but 30 degrees. So this is same as writing cos of 30 is square root of 3 by 2 and sine of 30 is half. You can check this and confirm using your calci. Cos of pi by 6 should be root 3 by 2. And if I convert this cos into sine, it becomes 1 by 2. So yeah, it makes sense. And now, therefore, I know that sine of x plus pi by 6, we have to divide this with sine x. This will become sine x goes away, so you're left with square root of 3 by 2. And then cos by sine is becoming cos. So over here, you can use f dash x over f of x rule to integrate this, because if you remember, I had mentioned this over here. over here that the integration of cot can be done with the help of this rule. So let's go ahead and try to integrate this. Therefore, integration of sine of x plus pi by 6 over sine x dx, and the limits are pi by 4 to pi by 2. This is same as doing integration of square root of 3 by 2 plus, I can just take half as a common factor outside, so that it becomes root 3 plus cos x over sin x dx, and the limits are pi by 4 to pi by 2, 45 to 90. So half will be as it is. Then the integration of square root of 3 will become square root of 3x. And then I know that differentiation of sin x is cos x. So it is ln of sin x. I'm using f dash x over f of x rule, which equals to ln of the f dash x, modulus of f dash x. I mean, what am I saying? F dash x over f of x rule is that if you integrate this, it will become ln of modulus of denominator, which is f of x. Yeah, that is what I've used over here. And that's it. After this, I'll be plugging in the limits to find my answers. It is pi by 4 to pi by 2. So half is the common factor over here. Then square root of 3 pi by 2. Then sine of pi by 2 is 1. So ln of 1 is 0. Then minus square root of 3 pi by 4. Then sine pi by 4 is square root of 2 by 2. Let's check. Yeah. So plus ln of square root of 2 by 2. Let's see in which format we have to give the answer. We have to give the exact value. Okay, so I'm running out of the space over here. So what I can do is I can just ignore the top part over here. I can delete this and can continue over here for you. Let me change the color. Okay. So how can I simplify it further? Don't worry about this. This is not something for you. But yeah, let's try to simplify this. It will become square root of 3 pi by 4. Then minus square root of 3 pi by 8. Over here it is square root of 3 pi by 4 and this. And then minus ln of root 2 by 2. But then that is also divided by 2. So that is half. Now this is same as writing. I can use my calculator to simplify this. What is 1 by 4 minus 1 by 8? Because root 3 pi is common, so I'm not involving it. So 1 by 4 minus 1 by 8 comes out as 1 by 8 only. So that is square root of 3 over 8 pi minus half ln2, or simply you can write ln of root 2 by 2 to the power of half. Even that is fine, or even this is fine, whatever suits you the best. This is the simplified format that we have got. And then just like the previous questions, you can use your calc and check if this is correct or not. I have already checked it. This is the correct answer over here for us.